Oh, grid. Look at that. I didn't know you can go from list to grid. Hey, that's nice. Oh, that fixes everything. Look at that. Oh, very good. Oh, this is great. So what's this? New arrivals? Grid. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is what they got just listed. I like that FP Journ. It's like a vintage black, isn't it? Very cool. A lot of people don't like how the it's so round and it doesn't integrate into the bracelet as nicely as they would like. I think that's part of the odd look that it gives. It's its own special look. Oh, they fixed the picture thing, so now I can click on the picture. Wonderful. You have to remember that there's a lot of horology in this watch. This is some high horology in this watch because this is an activewear watch. This is high horology, and you can use it when you're playing sports. You can use it. It's shock absorbing, shock resistant. You can use this when you're whacking the tennis ball or firing a handgun. So it does make it, excuse me, it does make it a special watch. A truly special watch. I think it looks great in the black. Pretty sharp. FP Journ, very expensive, isn't it? Very expensive it is. These Omega trilogies, I'll tell you that my most favorite thing about these Omega trilogies is the bezel. I love the clean steel bezel that they've given to this, and I don't know why they don't do it more often. I like these bezels. I genuinely like these bezels. The non-painted bezels. This is my most favorite of the trilogy. As a matter of fact, this is the only one that I care for of the three, is this Speedmaster. I know the whole thing is with the broad arrow. I would prefer no broad arrow because it is a chronograph. But I do like the aesthetics of the watch and the fact that it has no date and that it has the applied Omega logo. If you didn't notice that, it has the applied Omega logo. I don't think this is all that much more than a regular Speedmaster. Right? What's a Speedmaster cost nowadays? $5,000? So, you know. I've never been a fan of just the regular Speedmaster. I just always felt like you want to get something special in a Speedmaster, you know, Ultraman, Snoopy, one of these. I just always think that when you get a Speedmaster, you should get a Speedmaster that has something a little quirky or special about it, just as opposed to just any old Speedmaster. That way you don't get bored of it, and it'll always turn you on. There's always some element of it, some homage or something element to it that will turn you on. There's the Pepsi meteorite, 52,500. Those have gone up considerably. That's a great looking watch. Oh, they got that same one back again? Or has it never sold? This is that same one. This has been here for a long time. You know, I know that because this is the one that we've talked about and said it has an odd looking dial that isn't as attractive as other meteorites. It more looks like marble than, or cement than a meteorite. And it has that strip going from left to right up there at 12 o'clock. You can see it, that swipe of meteorite. So this is the same watch. So I haven't been paying attention if this watch has never sold or if it sold and came back because the person didn't like it. But I'm somewhat surprised Rolex let this one leave the factory because the dial just looks odd. It's a bad piece of meteorite. At least by picture. I don't dig it. I don't dig it. It's gonna jive with somebody. Somebody's gonna like it. But interesting that it's still up here. I think they probably learned a little bit of a lesson that I think that they better pay more attention to the meteorite, to the dial patterns on these natural, or these, you know, these dials. Because they kind of got stuck with this watch. It doesn't seem anybody wants it. Right? Yeah. I don't, you know what, that's a good point. Originally when that came from the dealer, the AD should have sent it back to Rolex. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You like the meteorite dials, Lucian? You like the meteorite dials? The meteorite dial, Lucian, that's this one here. So, you know what a meteorite dial is, Lucian? They took a piece of the dang meteorite, sliced it up, and put it on the dial. So it makes it a rare watch. It's a lot of work involved with making that happen, I would imagine. I wonder if my son's ever seen the meteorite dial watch. I don't think he even knows there are meteorite dial watches. I think I'll show him that today and see what he thinks. Try to increase the cool factor of the watches for him. I appreciate the fact that my kid doesn't hate watches. He doesn't particularly care for them. But he knows a lot about them because of me, and he's going to like them one day. He's going to be into watches one day because of me. Well, whether he likes it or not, he's going to inherit a watch collection, so. The good old president, date. 19,900. So let's reflect on prices a tad bit. So when I was pricing presidents, let's say 2 years ago, this watch was $16,900. So this watch has gone up $3,000. This vintage watch has gone up $3,000 in the last 2 years. So that's what? 17% appreciation or something like that? That's pretty significant for an old date. That's not bad, is it? For an Explorer 1, 7250? I'm going to go out, I'm going to take on a hunch, I'm going to say it doesn't have any papers for 7,250. Oh no, it's got box and papers. That's a pretty good price, isn't it? 7,250 for a 39mm Explorer 1. What's MSRP on this? Isn't this about MSRP? Shot in the dark. Did you get your Rolex yet? Did you get your Polar? And you might want to consider just buying one from a gray dealer like here. Let's see if they have any. Hey, there's that volcano. They still, you know, this is under new arrivals, so I'm a little confused here because the meteorite's not a new arrival, and neither is the volcano. I think the watch market slowed. I think the watch market is slowing up. They're not turning as many of watches as quick as they were, because that meteorite's been here for a hell of a long time, and so is the volcano cricket. I guess it depends on the watch. Look, there's no hulks. There's no hulks here inbound. You know what? They had a lot of hulks. Let's see if they got rid of them. Let's go to Rolex. Oh shit, they got a lot of incoming Rolex. Oh, wow, look at that. Whoa, look at all the incoming Rolex. Are people dumping or what? I've never seen this many incoming watches, and this is just the Rolex. Whoa. Okay, here's a meteorite they got coming in. Man, that dial sucks too. Oh, that dial sucks. Our friend Bud has a beautiful dial on his. He has a beautiful dial on his. This dial sucks. All right, let's look at something else. What else they got coming in? Batman, Pepsi, Datejust, Submariner, Bluesy, Solid Gold Bluesy. This is Mark's watch. This is Mark's watch. This is a great watch. This is a great watch. Do you guys know that the FP Journ Havana that I'm buying costs more than this watch? The FP Journ Havana costs more than this watch. What do you guys think about that? Let's talk about we're gonna pause for 5 minutes. Let's talk about that. I want you guys' opinion. My platinum Havana dial on a strap is gonna cost more than this solid gold bluesy. Thoughts? Opinions? Conjecture? Who's taking off? Whoever's leaving. See you guys. See you later. Jean-Claude Bivet, take it easy. What do you guys think about that? Look, one of you guys told me that you hit up European watch company and asked them what they would give me for that Journ if I wanted to sell it to them. And they told you 30 grand. That's what they told you. That's what I was told. Somebody emailed me and said that they were told they would get 30 grand for that watch if they wanted to sell it right now. So I would be losing, depending on where I buy it and how much I pay, I'd be losing somewhere between $5,600 and $9,000 if I had to sell it to a dealer. If indeed $30,000 is what they're only going to give for it. That seems rather low because they've been selling that watch for $43,000 every single time it's listed. So are they really going to buy it from you and mark it up 13 grand? Probably. But I'm not 100%. Right? Sorry, I keep playing with this lighter. I can't help it. I just found this Zippo. In a box. I ain't seen it in years. And I just have a habit of playing with it a little bit now. I love that sound that it makes. That when I open it, I'm addicted to that sound. Can I help it? I can't help it, man. I love that sound of opening that. It's such a satisfying. I don't know what even to call it. It's not a click. Okay. Nobody commenting on the Journ versus this solid gold bluesy, huh? I gotta tell you, once that Journ is in my hand, on my wrist, it's just gonna be a divine feeling. I think wearing this solid gold bluesy will be a different feeling. Equal. It would be equal in gratification. This is definitely a showy watch right here, and the one I'm getting is completely under the radar. So looking at it that way, I mean, I could wear a solid gold bluesy everywhere I went. I could. There's no reason why I can't. I'm not going to get robbed. I'm not walking in front of employees or employers that are going to get jealous or mad or envious. So I could do it. I could be that guy who's got the gold watch and has it on all the time, right? Like Mark is probably now. Or I can have my Journ, which is under the radar, and I can wear it all the time. Yet nobody pays it any mind, but I can wear it all the time. That's the biggest difference between the two. The radar versus under the radar. I think with both watches, you're going to feel the gratification in wearing it. Not only because you know how much you forked out for the damn thing, but you're going to appreciate one for its horological value, and you're going to appreciate this one here for its esteem value. How about that Bitcoin, Tony, huh? How about that Bitcoin? We're at 13,176 right now. I can't tell you. There's no investment that's given me more of a beating than that coin there, man. And those who wait are rewarded. Those who wait are rewarded. I'm just beside myself, Tony, that it's holding at 13,000 right now. I'm just beside myself because when when I woke up yesterday morning and it was barely hanging on to 13,000, and I sat there and watched it go below 13. I thought it was gone, but it reluctantly bounced back, didn't it? And not much. I mean, it's holding to this. It hasn't been moving much off this 200-point margin here at all. Wild. So yeah, you know what? I've been Mark's acquisition of this watch here really got me second guessing the Journ purchase. I mean, the day he got that watch, and I watched his buddy make the video on it. I knew he bought a great watch. I said, "Man, that's a great watch he bought," you know. And it made me think twice. But you know, it made me. I'm reaffirming my purchase is what I'm doing, and I think it's good to go through that now rather than later. I'm going to be very honest, though. Looking at this watch on the screen, I got to say, really is a toss-up. If I were to go back and not have bought the Journ, and I'm deciding right now whether I buy this or the Journ, I at this moment right now in time, I'd be undecided. You see? I'd be undecided. I'd really be battling. Part of the reason is that this one's been discontinued. This one's been discontinued. And I would want the old 40, the big block. Let's call it the big block. That's what I see when I see the old Submariner style now. I call it the big block. So I prefer the big block. I know the newer one fits the wrist better, all of that. But I'm one of those rugged type men, you know, that I like the big block. I like the hard, non-aesthetic quality of where it doesn't integrate into the bracelet. And so, yeah. You know, I think they sell these for about, what, 38? Sports only two-tone, in your opinion? Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's very interesting. You know, you're not of the norm at all. You're a freak when you say that, though. You know that, right? Because two-tone has always been the last watch to go on the shelf. Not anymore, though, is it? You know which two-tone, though, it's crazy how most of the people don't like two-tone. However, they give exception to the bluesy. The bluesy can only be in two-tone, right? Well, this is a bluesy, I guess. Is this technically a bluesy? Yeah, I mean, right? A solid bluesy? But, yeah, the two-tone bluesy, that is one of the most beautiful watches ever made. So I'm with you on that one, Tony. And the two-tone Zeniths. I've always liked the two-tone Zeniths. I've always said that's an undervalued watch. And it was a bargain. You guys remember, you can't say I didn't beg you. I literally begged you guys to buy Zenith two-tone Daytonas. I literally begged you to buy Zenith two-tone Daytonas at $12,500, $10,500, $11,500. But I remember $12,500 being the sweet spot for condition. There were others out there for 10.5, 11.5, but I remember 12.5 was like, you know, 12.5 was just, and I don't know what those are now. I don't know what those are now. I know they're probably, I'm going to guess and say they're probably 15. They're not going to be 19, 20 because that's what the all steel are going for. But they're definitely not 12.5 anymore. Yeah, the root beer. I like the root beer. Only a president should be in solid gold. You know, it's iconic, isn't it? And that's why I did that too, Tony. You know, my only solid gold watch is solid gold with a bracelet. That is my president. You know, and I didn't want it to be, and I didn't need it to be, and I didn't need it to be a $35,000 watch either. It just needed to be a modest 36 millimeter vintage. Perfect, just perfect for me. Because I don't wear it as often as I thought I would. When I first got the watch, I wore it a hell of a lot. But I've really been rotating my collection. I've been staying away from the dress watches though. But now that wintertime is here, maybe I'll wear them a little bit more. I tell you, I'm really hooked on the Daytona. The rubber bees, not the Daytona, the rubber bees. I'm such a fan of the rubber bees. I'm so addicted to the rubber bee. The rubber bee is just beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah, Tony, it's consolidation time. I was telling my pops that when we were talking about Bitcoin yesterday, because at least on the GDAX exchange where I trade at, all of the orders you see coming up on the board were all very small, fractional, single digit, and fractional coins. Looked like it was just the computer funneling transactions, right, Tony? Man, and didn't it flush the weak hands? It flushed the weak hands. The only thing I can kick myself for, Tony, is that I lost something like 1.5 Bitcoin trading and making the wrong moves on the trades. Not recently, but a couple of years ago. And then I said, I'm never going to do that again. I thought about selling at 13.7. And I guess I would have benefited if I did. But I didn't sell at 13,700. I was too scared. I was too scared that I would get whipsawed again like I did 2 years ago. You know? Fun fact. GMT was first sports model released in full gold. Cool. Ducks Fortnite Sweats. What's up, dude? Welcome. How are you? We mostly talk about luxury wristwatches here, and occasionally I'll rant about other bullshit. Like this morning, I ranted about rents and landlords and things like that. And my Porsche. I'm really hot on my Porsche right now. I'm so hot on my Porsche right now. It took 50% of my focus away from watches, which, boy, I wish it did that. I wish it did that 6 months ago. I would have saved myself a lot of money, guys. But it's okay. It's okay. I got an Omega Snoopy coming. I'm not going to fret. I'm going to enjoy the watch. And who's to say if I second guess myself and I have to get rid of it, that I'll lose money on it. I don't think I would. Yeah, I got some big things coming in, and we're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna have to figure it out. But you know, that's how self-employed people think. You know, that's how I've always thought. You don't say no. You try to figure it out. Even in my position, I'll still try to figure it out. Somehow I'll make my money work for me to figure it out. But I'm really hot on the Porsche, and I keep checking the front doorstep several times every day, looking to see if parts are coming, because I've got all kinds of stuff coming in. I've got custom floor mats coming in. I've got a broken clip that's coming in. I've got some driving gloves coming in. I don't even remember what else. The brake pedals I gotta order. The decals. I got the door decals coming in. So, I was going to do the ceramic coating, but I decided against it. They wanted $800 to do the ceramic coating. And I just figured, you know what? I keep my car in the garage. And we'll just clay bar it and polish it once in a while. Yeah. Why get the ceramic coating, right? You know what I did for the driving gloves? I went onto the Porsche dealer website, and I didn't even think of driving gloves. But my pops, he said, you better get some driving gloves, otherwise you're gonna dirty your wheel. So whatever, maybe. So I went on the Porsche website, and I saw some gloves on there, and I said, those look all right. And I Googled them, and they came up directly from the company for half the price that they were on the Porsche dealer website. So, and they had them in yellow, and the Porsche only had them in black. And I said, what the hell, the car's yellow. Let's just freak out on yellow, man. So I bought the yellow leather Italian handmade gloves. I think they were like $79. $69, $79, $89, one of the three. Porsche wanted $130 or $140 for them. And, what the hell? What the hell, man? Let's have fun. But I did notice that once my dad said something about touching the steering wheel, and he said that on the first day, so I haven't touched the steering wheel much at all with bare hands. But he's just like, you're going to ruin all of your yellow thread that you spent money on. You're going to get it all dirty. And you don't drive that much anyway, so you might as well get some gloves. Well, with the pandemic, we're driving. I got gloves in the car anyway, disposable. I got a box of disposable latex gloves or whatever. I use them all the time, everywhere I go. So I've just been driving with the latex blue gloves, as you can see in my Instagram photos. Yeah, I have an Instagram. I think somebody was asking me earlier about my Instagram. My Instagram. Here's my Instagram. There it is. What time is it? It's 4:50. Clive the Watch Wrangler should be up. You want to join my show, Clive? It's okay. It's okay. flippers can come on the show. Bud flips watches all the time. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You buy and get what you like. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to keep my OP yellow dial when I get it. You know? I got the yellow OP41 coming too. And I might get that, enjoy it for a little bit. And if I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. Just like Clivers did. If I don't feel I'm going to wear it, I'll get rid of it. If I do like it, then I'll keep it, and maybe I'll get rid of something else, or maybe I won't. But I gotta try it out. Because I'm going with this whole crazy yellow thing. And look, it wasn't gonna happen, but we ordered the Tiffany for my wife, and I mean, she just said she doesn't want it. She said, get it and sell it, since you can make money on it. And I said, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well get it in yellow, so I can at least try it out, and in a color I would want. And it's still selling for the same amount of premium as the Tiffany in the second hand as well, $11,000. So I could flip that one. Let me get the one I'd rather keep if I get stuck with it. Because you know me, I have a hard time selling watches. But I actually did just finally get watch insurance. So now I have watch insurance on shipping watches, which is hard to get. That's not easy to get. So I can sell a watch, ship a watch, and have it fully insured. You know? Or if someone sends a watch to me, I can fully insure it on its way to me now. Which is great. Because if Bud does get me the AP, and if for some reason we're not able to meet each other in person, one of the things we were concerned about is how would he get the watch to me without insuring it? We wouldn't want to ship it without insurance, So now I have insurance, and I can send a call tag for that watch, and it'll be insured. Although it'll be insured for MSRP, it won't be plus tax. It won't be insured for market value. When I took my Hulk in to my AD for a repair, the replacement value is $9,000. I think it's at $850. It says $9,050. 9050. That's the replacement value. So I'm guessing if they lose my watch, they're not going to give me $20,000 for my Hulk, right? So there's an inherent risk in, losing your watch too. 6 months wait on the OP41. Yeah, and I thought we were VIPs, Tony. I was told I'll get my Tiffany dial at Christmas, and now I changed my order to yellow, and he said it's not going to change my delivery time. So I'm guessing December I'll be getting the OP41. He said it takes 3 months from when he places an order. So I placed an order. He's going to send an email to let them know the order needs to be changed from a blue to a yellow. And it's 3 months from the order date. So when did Rolex come out with these new releases? October 1st. So 1 month down, 2 months to go. So that would technically be Christmas time or January 1st. A watch without a date is amazing. Yeah, I think that'll probably be, now that you point that out, Tony, that's probably going to be a big reason for me to keep the damn watch, right? It's a watch I can throw on. It matches my Porsche, and I'll never have to adjust the date. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, September 1st? Damn, time flies. Really? Are you kidding me? It's been that long since the releases? 2 months? No way. Okay, so a month to go. Okay, well, that's better. I'd rather get it sooner than later. It's gonna go on AD credit anyway. For 3 to 6 months. And you know, whenever they have these FP Journs, they move. These things don't sit around. They move. These things move. See, here's one in platinum. And going for 37. And my Havana dial is more expensive. And that's about what I'm going to be paying. I just have to wait. 1 year. 1 year to make that watch. They said 9 months. 9 months. So, yeah, I mean, time flies. I'm guessing I got what? I don't know when I went there and ordered it. I guess I can look at one of my videos that I posted. Let me see if I can look at one of my videos. Let's see. 2 months ago. So I got 7 months to go. Where does that take me? November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So I'm getting my Havana in May. That's the first time I've ever thought that out. That's the first time I've ever thought that out. So I'm getting it in May. Well, hopefully the stock market bounces up between now and May, huh? To pay for my watch. I like this Royal Oak right here with the red hands. $25,000. I like this one with the yellow hands. Ooh, that's the End of Days. The End of Days watch. That one is nice. That is Boy, look at that. Whoa. I'll dig on that. The yellow. Porsche yellow, man. That's a killer one. That'd be a good one for me to wear right there. That's the ceramic. That's the ceramic, isn't it? Arnold Schwarzenegger. What is this signed? It's actually signed by him? Maybe he signed them all. Oh, that's a cool watch. I think, wasn't he governor of California when I graduated? I think he was. Look at this guy. This thing is amazing. What does it say here? Limited, introduced the year 2000, limited to 500 pieces in collaboration with Arnold Schwarzenegger, featured in the movie End of Days, the first PVD-coated watch by AP. Stainless steel case, PVD-coated. On original Velcro strap. Like new, with original box. Wow, nobody messed with this watch. That's a nice watch. Oh man, I'm digging this thing. That is tough. That is tough. Tech stocks will be fine. FP Journ's better than any Rolex. I like both your statements, baby. Yeah, 8 weeks to Christmas. I don't know where the year's gone, Tony. But this has been a very negative year, man. I mean, it's been a great year for my Porsche. But, and I suppose it's been a good year in the fact that this was the year I got my hip diagnosed properly. Because for the 2 years prior, they just kept telling me it's my back, it's my back, it's my back. And I'm telling them, no, it ain't my back, it ain't my back. So this, at least I got some comfort this year in a diagnosis on my hip. But this has been I think this has been one of my toughest years getting by. I spend half my damn day laying in bed. Half my fucking day gets wasted. Half my life is being wasted, man. Laying in bed. And it's driving me nuts. It's very difficult to mentally do. Not only am I dealing with the physical immobility, but I'm dealing with the mental thing that comes with it. I'm missing out on my life, you know. So at least I have kids, so I surrounded by my kids. But yeah, if you're still here, it's a good year. That's another thing to be scared of too. Getting that dang virus on top of everything else. This watch is amazing. I don't know how to feel about PVD coating, but I just like the watch. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it here soon. I'm gonna have to cut it here soon, so we'll say goodbye in a little bit. We'll just scroll through some of these more watches. 59.5. So that's come down a little bit. That's come down a little bit. The chronometer blue. Oh, there's an Explorer 2 for you shot in the dark. 7,850. Ah, that's an old one. I'd rather wait for the new one. That's a 2001. Wow. Going for that much money? Whoa. Forget about it. There's my sub. 11.9. $11.9. Whoa. Oh, that's a diamond dial. That's why it's 46,000. Okay, I'm gonna try to go back to bed here. And I can't sit in this chair anymore. That's the most I can sit in this chair. How long have we been going? 1 hour and 12 minutes. That's the most I can sit in a chair. I don't want to stop though. There's one of my grails, the 5712. That's one of my grail watches. But I just put it out of my mind because I would never pay that much over MSRP for that watch. You know, entry-level watch, you're looking to get a sports Rolex, that's one of the best ways to go, man. Right here, 9,350 for a Submariner. Right there. 9,350. That's about one of the best ways to get into Rolex right now. Somebody watching, looking to get their first Rolex, and they want a good one watch and done. You know, something, this or this or this. If the budget allows it, you want to go you want to go with the ceramic maxi dial, 40 mil, if the budget allows it. But if you're stretching for this one, if you're stretching at $9,000, stretch at $9,000, that's a good one to stretch for right here. That's a great watch. Look, mint condition. Iconic sub date. But if you can get the ceramic with the glide lock clasp, the new clasp, everything, this one's in good condition. What year is this? 2003. But yeah. Right? if I couldn't wake up the family, I could go to my iPad and lay in bed and scroll through and do this too, probably. Three Hulks. Oh yeah, we looked at these a day or two ago. They were 17, 18, 19, 20 grand, right? All in a row. 18, 19, 20 grand. We were looking at these with Bud. And then the incoming. We'll look at this real quick, and then we'll go. See, I really do love watches, man. I can't get the fuck off these things. That's a new Pepsi, not the one I was looking at getting. They have some Journs coming in. White dial AP. They got some... Oh, man, an Optimum. Oh. I could very well say that could be one of my new grails right there. It's a time-only watch. The most complicated time-only watch. That's... Guys, that would be... That would be just... I'd get this over the 5712. They're the same price. Gray market versus MSRP. He asked me if I wanted one of these. I told him it wasn't in my budget at the moment. But I'll definitely consider it. This is something to consider down the road. This is something to consider down the road. It's a time-only watch for, I think it's damn near $80,000, $90,000. Stunning. All right. Thank you for joining. Thank you for helping me out this morning by chatting with me about watches and everything. This is what I need to do to come on here and yeah, this is my psychotherapy. So thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. No, I would never pay $19,000 for a Pepsi. I mean, you know, it's all relative though, Tony. I mean, if Bitcoin went to 30,000 tomorrow, I'd buy my 5712 for triple premium. or you know, or this Optimum here we're looking at, you know. I think it's all relative, man. I think it depends on how easy the money comes and how much you got of it. But I certainly would not pay $19,000 for a Pepsi. Not when I have access to AD, not to just be able to get one. I mean, I've been trying to get one for a couple of years and I haven't been able to. But they gave me a ceramic Daytona in 2019, last year. So not when you have access to an AD. You should be happy with the hard to get watches that they do give you, and be content with that. And you know, maybe I'm not going to get what I ask for, but I'm going to get. So yeah. I mean, people are paying that much for the dang Pepsis. They are. And I suppose if you really want it, man, you know, look, I think that Pepsi's nicer than an Aquanaut. I think it's better than a Patek Aquanaut, and it's cheaper. So, You know, Rolex really is undervalued. When you look at all the other brands and how much their watches cost, Rolex really is undervalued. The true value of a Rolex is its gray market price. And I think we're very fortunate that Rolex hasn't matched that price on their shelf. So I think we can all be grateful to Rolex for how they market and hand out their watches in that sense. That, I mean, imagine if they raised their prices to Audemars prices. You know, that's going to put a lot of us out on the curb. We won't be able to get in anymore. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Peace out. Maybe we'll see you later today. I'll try to join the Archie show. Try to join Archie's show today.